After you left Helloween, you did a lot of different things like Instant Clarity, Place Vendôme, Super Red, the Metal Operas, Kiss in Somerville, and by the way, I have the Super Red album. I love it. I like many different things. What about those projects? I mean, now that you're back with Helloween, can you expect a new Unisonic album, a new solo album? What can you tell us about that?
I'm actually I am working on a new solo album. Because of the pandemic, I have more time, than expected, and I just wanted to use the time. So I started to figure out some of my songs, and I will be recording a complete acoustic album with like maybe half of it my own songs, and the other half I will record songs that I love, songs that I grew up with. Not metal songs, not at all. Oh, well, there will be one Helloween song that I'll be doing in an acoustic version, song from Waiki. But that was an idea of our record company, which I didn't even think about. It's a good idea. It's gonna come out next year sometime, but that's what I'm doing. So there will be a solo record. Unisonic, we wanted to make a third one before the Pumpkins United thing came up. We were right in the pre-plan of making a third record, but it was impossible to get Kai Hansen interested. He was doing Hansen and Friends, and he was like relaunching Gamma Ray Records, and we just like, in a very friendly way, we were all sitting together and say, you know what, just concentrate on your stuff, and we get Gus G in and make a third record. So we asked Gus G, and he was like all in for it. It was the time when he was still with Ozzy. But then like a couple of weeks, they already started, swapping ideas around, like Dennis Ward and Gus G. And I'm sure it would have been an interesting album. But then Gus G made a step back again. He said, well, I don't always want to be the replacement guitarist, Yeah. So he kind of stepped out of it again. And then the Pumpkins United thing came up, which had a long story before it came to that point, but it's like, and then he got out of Ozzy, and then he wanted to do it, but then the time slot was gone to do it. I would still love to make another Unisonic, but that's really something you have to talk to Dennis Ward about, because when it comes to Unisonic, honestly, I know that Kai Hansen fans always believe everything is Kai Hansen, but without Dennis Ward, you wouldn't have Unisonic. Dennis was the working horse. He was the one writing the key songs. He was the one producing it, mixing it. He's an amazing human, and he's an amazing producer, songwriter, and musician. And if he's up for it, and there's a slot like whatever after another nice tour with Helloween, when there's a longer break time, I wouldn't mind making another Unisonic,
Yeah. Se você curtiu esse vídeo, então não deixe de assinar o canal, ativar as notificações, deixa o joinha e aproveita para assistir aí algum dos vídeos antigos do canal, beleza? É isso aí, um abraço, valeu!